do for traction?
Back out of it. We have traction control on it, and we're just starting to figure that out right now.
Really?
So
That's fascinating.
We haven't got that far yet. We're just, I think this meet we'll get to try the traction control. So
a lot of computers, a lot of, what makes this thing?
we just had a Haltech computer put on it last year. Really brought it to life, you know.
Wow.
It really likes it.
And the computer handles the machine, the aerodynamics. I know you said the electronic control for the seat, but that's just you controlling it. What does the computer help you do?
The turbo, the fuel injection, traction control.
Fantastic. So this motor, just by itself on a regular Harley, does great. But then when you put a computer in and you put all this super stuff in it, by the way, what type of fuel do you run for this?
We're just on gas.
You're kidding. Just a regular unleaded?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
That's
it's
fantastic.
good unleaded.
Sure, absolutely. You go over 100 octane or you're under?
We're over.
You're over 100 octane. And where does somebody get some fuel like that? Is there a special place you have to go to?
We ordered ours.
Right back up there.
You can get it right down there.
Oh yeah, I noticed there's a fuel station. So they basically sell the highest octane for...
Right.
So have you ever run any other type of fuel, like, I don't know, jet fuel or...
No.
Nothing, straight gas, high octane?
We're running gas.
Very
Jet
nice.
fuel is kerosene.
To get into the 200 mile an hour club, I got to do 230. And if I run fuel, then I got to do 240 if I'm running fuel. So we're running gas, you know.
Yeah.
We held another record for 26 years out here for running gas. So.
And I notice when you come in to race, it's not like, hey, any Tom and Joe can just get on this track and go when there's an event like this. I'm sure maybe when there's nobody here, you can just come on and do whatever. But there's a lot of safety checks.
A lot.
So you can't just come on here. They have to check your bike. They have to check your equipment. They also check you.
Yeah.
As far as being able to ride and such things like that.
We were in tech for 2 hours.
Yeah, and everything every year.
Sorry?
If you come back next year, you go through it all again.
So if you had qualified before, they don't care. It's what you're doing today, what they only care about.
You go through all the tech inspections and safety inspections every year.
Wow.
Every meet.
Well, yeah,
Every meet. And how often do you guys meet? How often do you race?
We tried twice a year, but we've only made it once this year. Speed Week, we decided not to come because it was so bad. It rained us out.
It's probably the reason the attendance is down here.
I think, yeah.
Oh, for today.
Because the rain, Speed Week almost being rained out, and then rained since then, but they were around the course, not on the salt.
I understand. That's fascinating. Sir, may I introduce you to my podcast? You are?
I am Charles Farmer.
And you are part of the crew?
I own the car and I would be driving it had I not fallen and hurt my shoulder. I can't lift my right arm to get to the shift lever. So
I noticed the driver told me about the tragedy you went through. So you don't ride at all now, or you just can't speed race?
I hope to be back in the car next year.
And you're saying the motorcycle is what you're talking about, this vehicle?
No, Roadster back there is mine.
Oh, I see. And you are familiar with each other from just racing? No.
Never
I just
met.
come over here listening in to y'all's conversation.
And this is really what I love about this place. Everybody's so friendly. I have not seen any trouble. Everybody works with each other. If you have a problem, I have a problem. We work with each other. If you're missing a tool, I got the tool.
There's a motorcycle pitted next to us, and we were talking to that young man, and he's got some help from Suzuki with the computers and all on his bike. He said last year he was running, the speed was a little over 190. Jeez. The computer said the rear wheel was going to be well over 200.
Wow.
That much wheel slippage. Yeah. And there's something that confused me. Said he worked throttle up to a certain point, and from there the computer started opening up the throttle.
You're telling me the computer helped accelerate the vehicle past the human operator?
Like I said, that's what he said, that his computer, he will control the throttle up to a point, and then the computer will control it. I guess that's to keep the mixtures and everything in the engine correct.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And your bike does something similar to that, or your bike does not handle the throttle? It just handles the fuel injection?
It's got traction control, so the front wheel is telling the transmission what's going on. And if I start to spin, then the injectors will cut out and slow it down.
Slow down the back wheel if it's spinning faster than the front wheel.
The computer shuts it down, and then it goes again. So
that's amazing technology, huh?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's all over my head.
So one question that might not be so pleasant, but have you ever wrecked on this particular bike, or just going really, really fast in general?
I had my chopper out here, and I went down at about 130 out racing it. But I did all right because I landed on my head. And I skidded probably 75 yards on my head before my body touched down. And,
wow.
But I got up and I rode off,
Nice.
And I rode home on it.
There you go. Harleys, huh?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks so much. We appreciate your time, sir.
All right.
And there we are. We just talked to a couple of drivers, a couple of vehicle owners. One was a motorcycle owner, and the other one was a vehicle car owner. And they are both speed demons. I noticed there's more elderly men, over 50, over 60, over 70. Damn. And, I think it takes a lot to make something like this happen. Just putting a machine together is one thing. Oh my God, I'm looking at a freaking rocket right now. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so it seems like it's mostly men. I want to interview a woman. I saw one woman driver. She was on a bike. I think that's freaking awesome. So this is Mike Check at MICCCZECH, the King of Stupid, signing off, and we're going to do another podcast here, another episode. This is absolutely fascinating to me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all other genders, fenders, benders, thank you for listening in. This is King of Stupid, Mike Check, signing off. Good night, stupid.